and nobody chatting your ear off, that I'm not able to get things done. No, I'm able to even accomplish more. It's just be your own best friend. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi friends. Welcome to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I had to learn the hard way. Ever since I moved to a new state, I'm away from friends that I know, family, and it's just me and my husband, who always goes to work, so I'm always home. And I've had to learn the importance of being alone, enjoying your alone time, and just learn how to balance going from always being around people to now being by yourself. So that's something I'm currently learning, and I wanted to come share it to everyone on this YouTube space. So I actually have written down the things that I've learned so far, just to help me be more organized. Number one, let's talk about it. So, what is the advantage, or should I say, what do you learn by becoming your own best friend? What do you learn by staying by yourself, alone? Growing up, I've always been that person that had like so many friends. I don't know if I would call them friends or if they would call me friends, but I always had people in my corner. I always had people that I could call, text. I made friends very easily. I'm someone who would just talk to you, even if you don't want to talk to me. I would force you to be my friend. I'm that type of person. And I just really love people. That's who I was, okay? Until I had to learn how to be alone. It's okay for me to be alone. I don't have to wait for someone to validate me. I don't have to wait for friendship to give me worth or anything like that. So in this time that I'm now in a new state, I've really had to learn the importance of being alone. And I think there's so many benefits of becoming your own best friend. It just unravels a different type of world for you. Number one, it enhances your self-awareness. So you just become more self-aware. You know your flaws. You know the things that you're more prone to do. You're aware of your, you can sit back and think, this is when I went here, why I felt uncomfortable. When you're in a group of people, you won't know how you feel because you're just like going based off the emotion of the entire group. So I would say spending time alone allows you to understand your own thoughts, my feelings about things, my motivation without any outside influence telling me, oh yeah, you like this, Priscilla. Oh, you like doing this, you like doing that. How do you know that? Are you me? Like, I know myself better than you know me, okay? So it's better to spend time with yourself, become your own best friend, know your icks, know your ticks, know what you're accustomed to doing. So that's what I would say. It definitely enhances your self-awareness. Something else that I would say is that it improves your creativity. Like now I'm getting back on YouTube because I've been by myself. I've been alone, had a lot of alone time, so I have no other option. I'm like, what can I do in this time to keep myself busy? When you're alone, you tend to start having some creative ideas. You can pick up a canvas and start painting. You can start knitting, crocheting, cooking new recipes, which I've been doing a lot. Having some interior design ideas. It just opens up your creative mind definitely a lot. So that's what happens when you learn to spend time alone with yourself. Another thing is that this could also be a stress relief. Also, especially if you work in a place where you're interacting with a lot of business, customer facing type of roles. Even as a doctor, you're either with patients, nurses, social worker, PT, OT. You're with everybody. So all of those roles put you in a position where you're constantly interacting with people, and becoming your own best friend is being able to step away from all of that noise after work and just distress, be by yourself, run a bath, take care of your skin, do some, skincare routine. It just plugs you into your own self. And I think becoming your own best friend benefits you that way because you know what helps you de-stress. Because when you don't know how to de-stress and you're constantly around people, it's very triggering. It can get to a point where you're gonna get burnt out because you just cannot constantly operate in that space. I mean, the Bible does say it's not good for a man to be alone, and he created him to help me. But Adam was still alone for a significant amount of time. He got to know himself. He named I don't know if they both named the animals, but he got to know, the Garden of Eden before Eve came in. So I think there's beauty in singleness, in becoming your own best friend, being by yourself, not constantly being in a relationship or talking to a guy. Sometimes just like not talk to any significant like opposite sex. Just be by yourself. See, what do I like? Not what my man tells me, oh, you like this. Oh, you should do this, which is what the other person likes. But do I like it, or am I just doing it because they like it? Something else is it helps your independence and confidence. Ever since I started being by myself, from living alone, I can do a lot of things by myself. My husband don't know how much I can do, okay? I just act like I can do a lot of things. But I can cook, I can clean, I can build a wall, I can build a house. Like you begin to just be so creative in decor, interior decor, fashion, so many things you learn by being by yourself and becoming your own best friend. You realize that, oh, I can just figure out how to put this chair up by myself, like, because there's nobody else I'm gonna ask for help. So things like that is something that you definitely learn by being by yourself and just spending that alone time. Something else I wrote down is it increases your confidence because okay, I can actually handle tough situations. I can handle things by myself. I don't have to be reliant on other people for that. Also, I think I would say for emotional, it definitely helps with greater emotional regulation in terms of, I would say like you're more, you're not looking for validation from people. You don't feel the need to divulge information about your life just to get approval from people anymore because you've been alone for so long. So you don't need anybody's approval. It's just different now. You're like, oh, okay, you can go out and socialize without feeling like the need to just life pour your entire life to strangers because you're content with being alone. So it's okay if we don't have to talk about my personal life. I'm able to still carry on a conversation about so many other things because during my alone time I've been able to develop many skills that I can talk about instead of what's going on in my private life. So I would say also increases productivity for sure. If you're a student, medical student, nursing student, you know that being alone helps you. You're more strategic with your studying. You're able to dedicate more time to studying, of course, by being alone. I remember when I was single, like for the most part of medical school, that's when I took all my boards. Took my step 1, step 2, when I was not dating. So I was able to focus more on what is important to me and what I need to prioritize. So that's why I'm very against people dating when they're in their teenage years, because like, why are you dating? Just like get your life together first and get your career together, so you're able to focus more on the things that are important. But some people are very good at multitasking and you're able to include another person in your life and still focus on your goals. More power to you. But I believe in making your own self, spend that alone time. You're able to prioritize your goals and get them done. Something else I had in here is that personal growth and resilience. By being alone, you just become more content with life, and it forces you to a place of growth. You just mature, because you're not constantly surrounded by the noise. It's okay if you can go to a place solo. People that solo travel are the biggest, they're their own best friends. Like, I give them so much because I think I traveled by myself once. It wasn't that bad at all. I think I went to Miami by myself. I mean, I did meet up a friend there, but I traveled there by myself. First 2 days I was alone, touring the city by myself, and I think that is so important because I was confident. I didn't feel, it wasn't, it's quiet because it's just you. Nobody's in your ear talking about, oh, we should go here. But it's nice to just be by yourself. Nobody is in your ear telling you what you should or should not do, and I think that's super important. I think something I even learned from my sisters is like they're cool with just being home They don't feel the need to socialize. Which, I mean, it's good to socialize, but I would say my younger sister especially, she would just be chilling at home. Like, Lillian don't care. She's good. She's like, I'm all right. And she would, if she wants to go somewhere, she's gonna get up and go there. And she doesn't need to do a whole prep, try to invite people, because you're so content in being by yourself. It's a strength. So when you even get into a relationship, you're not so dependent on them for your own well-being. As a people person, you tend to be like, oh, you should do this for me. You should do this for me. And that's how I was. You should do this for me. You should do this for me. But when you're alone, you're going to be like, hey, as long as you love me, I'm good. I love you. I'm good. I'm going to do me. You go do you. Chase the bag. I'm going to chase my bag. But when you're dependent and have, you're not your own best friend, you don't like your own company, you always want to be in their space. You're going to be calling them 15 times a day. You're going to be, if they don't pick up the call, you're gonna be, but when you're good, you're your own best friend, you're not gonna have that need anymore. You're gonna want them to be around, but it's not gonna be as intense. And I noticed that is what has changed my dynamic with my husband. When we were initially dating, I was a people person. I was always around people. I always need you in my ear talking to me, saying something. And my man wasn't like that, because he's so used to he's good on his own. So, I mean, I would be the one calling, call me, why didn't you call me today? Nah, I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna do this, honey, just be your own best friend. That way you're not so dependent on me, honey. Enjoy, figure out what you wanna do, do things by yourself. And even when you're in a new place, I get to explore a lot of things without waiting for someone to tell me, come, let's go here. Now that I'm in a new state, I drive around by myself. I go to the gym by myself, and it's okay. Nobody died. It's okay. I don't have to have a friend with me all the time. I mean, I do make friends easily. So now I have people I can go to the gym with. But normally, prior to making new friends in the state, I would go to the gym by myself, do my thing, do my squats. It's even more, there's just so much solitude and no noise. It will really help you in your independence, So yeah, I just wanted to share this few points of mine. So if you're out there and you're always surrounded by people, I would say take off some time, separate yourself, enjoy your time alone, get to know yourself, get to know your habits, get to know your patterns, get to know your flaws. That way nobody's calling you out, because you're so self-aware. You know the things that can trigger. I know this is my triggers, and I know how to avoid it. So I think that's something I just wanted to share. Okay, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Tell me, do you like solitude, or you like being around people? And what are the things that you've been currently working on to help you in your relationships and being able to still balance being in relationships and still be alone? That's another topic for another day, because it's so easy to get entangled when you're with people, in a relationship. It's important to still be able to separate, to know who am I outside of this person. And I think that is so important in being your own best friend. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. Love y'all.